Hey all, and welcome back to Moosemeister Plays Victoria 2 as France. Per usual, as I explained last episode, I have forgotten everything I was doing. I vaguely remember that I just finished researching a military tech. I believe it was probably iron breech-loaded artillery. So I have researched iron breech-loaded artillery. And, it will be 1860 very soon, at which point empiricism unlocks, so I believe I will save my points until then, in order to get empiricism more quickly, hence giving me a 50% research speed bonus, hence overall allowing me to get more techs more quickly. How did the Confederacy even get soldiers up there? They've occupied Washington State. That's odd. You know, the US is just weird this time around. Very, very weird. So I'm basically just waiting for something interesting to happen. And that might be my primary complaint with this game, but it's probably this whole genre, not this game in particular. Just that, at least for this game, whatever, I don't care. At least for this game, until like 1890s, probably, maybe 1880s, nothing much of interest happens. I mean, early game, you're basically building up literacy and getting your industry kick-started. Then there's a scramble for Africa, and then is when major, spheres of influence start forming, and coalition, big alliances form, and you get a World War I style situation, which is much more exciting and fun, and I love that. But I often have trouble playing the game long enough to get there. I get bored in the meantime. So we're coming up upon 1860, at which point I will, there we go, begin research upon empiricism. Okie doke. So. Safari and stuff. I don't care about relations with Colombia very much. I would rather have the prestige. Iron steamers. I really ought to get iron steamers. Okay, so that unlocks in 1860. That means I will research iron steamers right after empiricism completes. Socialist unlocks in the North German Federation. What's their sphere looking like? I want to lure consciousness. Whoops. It doesn't matter. Spain is trying to take the last of Algeria. The Ottomans are afraid of us. Austria still has... Cool. Austria still has Bavaria and Baden in their sphere. However, Württemberg has been pulled out. Presumably by the North German Federation. And yeah, they haven't done an emit hegemony CB, and they haven't done a other thing CB. What's it called? Fight it with every available means. They haven't done. Oh, they haven't tried to take Alsace-Lorraine from me. Fine with me, I can probably beat them if they try. So all should be well. Now, I don't know. Game militancy. Militancy is low. I don't care. I just don't care. This isn't like EU4 where I'm actually scared of rebels or anything. They pose zero threat to me. So I am absolutely unconcerned about, this stuff. Again, in later game, there can be huge rebellions. Even this early, sometimes there can be huge rebellions. But generally, it's not really an issue. So let's get iron steamers. Empiricism has indeed completed. So Koto is afraid of us. Understandably so. What's my colonial tech looking like? I only need colonial negotiations, which I can technically get from breech-loaded rifles, except that they unlock much more quickly once you get machine guns, which only unlocks in 1870. And actually, I think they might be... It might be impossible to get it before 1870. And that's what holds off the scramble for Africa until then. I'm not totally clear on that. I don't care. Like, I'm not even going to bother reading the events. I'm lazy. That's the primary thing you should know about watching me here. I love these games. I put tons of time into these games. But I'm extremely lazy about them. Let me just turn a light on. It's really dark in here. Get another light. Alright, there we go. Crisis in Punjab. And Afghanistan wants me to back them against the UK. I don't care about you, Afghanistan. See, that's another annoying thing. You should take some sort of penalty for not backing them or something. Because I'm always just like, screw you, I don't care. And then the AI is like, screw you, I don't care. And then they don't get backed and there's no crisis. So crises almost never happen. I do think my industry is catching up. You can definitely hear the sound of factories being built, like, constantly. I don't care about taking a bit more militancy. You know, I should go organize militaries. I wonder... There's probably some more ports. Yeah, there's some more ports I need to deal with. These are surprisingly already organized. Yeah, lots and lots of rank 2 ports. And I just learned earlier today, watching Arumba's latest Let's Learn Victoria 2 video. I know I'm supposed to be the guy who knows what he's doing. I've gotten 10 prestige from pragmatism. That's lovely. But I just learned today that, I probably knew this a while ago, that you can actually gain colonial points from having boats. I probably knew that and completely forgot, but now I know again. Which is cool, I guess. I don't really care too much. It's called a war from Brazil against Peru. What do I care? I'm not going to help, but I'll join. I want to keep Brazil in my sphere because of tropical wood, which is my favorite thing. You know what I've just realized I've forgotten to do, like usual, is upgrade forts. I always forget to do forts. I should at least have forts along the German border. If not more. I wish there was a way to let the AI build forts and naval bases like they do with railroads. But there isn't. It's just something you gotta deal with. Lovely. We've almost got iron steamers, at which point we should be able to build both the Panama and Suez canals, because they're both in my sphere, which is great. Tons of prestige, guaranteed free passage through those areas. Not that I'm likely to be going through Panama, but just in case, and you know, why not? I can. Just checking in on all these naval bases. I'm really forgetful about these things. It's too many to keep track of. It's a darn colonial empire I've got. Too darn big. 10 more prestige. Wow. I must be ahead of time on something. I don't know what. I haven't researched any of that prestige tech. France has so much prestige anyway. Hey, Italy formed. Check it out. They're in my sphere, technically, sort of. I mean, they're in my sphere right now, but because they're rank 8, they're going to be leaving. They'll finally kick the Ottomans out. The Ottomans usually don't hang around as a great power this long. But did I not? I did. Okay. So, Do I really only have 4 countries in my sphere? I thought it was so many more than that. Strange. Okay. Whatever. There aren't really that many valuable countries to get in your sphere. I always have trouble figuring out what else I want in my sphere. Alright, so, yep, I can build the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal. Literally simultaneously. And for some reason they build instantly. It doesn't make sense to me. I think at least in that aspect... Well, let's put a fort there too. At least in that aspect, Europa Universalis 4's canals are better. In pretty much every other aspect, Victoria 2's canals are better because they're not preposterously expensive and don't take approximately forever. Europa Universalis 4 has some problems with their canals. Let's see. Let's take some more military tech. Switzerland. I haven't even been focusing on Switzerland. This happens sometimes. Switzerland. Switzerland is in the sphere of the Netherlands. That's unusual. But yeah, you get kind of like, I can build monitors. I've been completely neglecting my navy, by the way, as you probably noticed and might hate. Again, I'm really lazy. You just, you gotta realize that about me. It might be annoying, but it's the way it goes. Yeah. I like this shade of green Italy is. Very nice, really. Hopefully they're not irritating. They do have the 4th largest industry. But I think... Yeah, it's a lot smaller than mine, so they won't bother me by challenging me in that or anything. And yeah. They're gonna snag 8th place for sure, because they're at 221. They might even bump Netherlands out of 7th pretty quickly. I don't know. Italy's not a super power. Like, the big 4 in this game are France, the UK, Germany, and the US. They're the ones that the AI, one of those 4, under AI control is almost always first. Unless, of course, the player takes first and then they're second. But one of those does really well under AI control. Which means that I hate them the most out of any countries in the game. Why don't I have to take a side on this? Oh, because I'm in a war. Oh, how convenient. Thanks, Brazil. It's really handy sometimes. I forget I'm in a war because it's just my allies' little piddly thing I don't care about. Oh, look, they're losing. See, I don't care. But it still keeps me out of crises. Which is convenient for me. Taking advantage of my allies like usual. How close am I? Pretty close. I think I really am gaining on the North German Federation industry-wise. 248 to 288. I'm 40 behind. I think I was probably more like 50 behind, maybe further behind before. How long is it going to take for Italy to pop into 8th? Oh, right. It can't happen. What was that pop-up? Shoot. It can't happen while there's a crisis on. Ah, yes, I suspected as such. The stupid US has removed Brazil from my sphere. Dang it. They're so irritating. There. Stay in my sphere. Yeesh. I don't want to lose prestige. Why not take that one? It makes someone happy. There's green text. That's all I need to know. Yes, jingoism. Huh. Got more parties than last time. But I'm sticking with the same one. I'm actually going to take semi-automation, or however you say that. Crisis went nowhere. That's a bit unfortunate, actually. Full citizenship. I'm going to take Trinket Healthcare because healthcare is super overpowered in the unwanted game here. Just the bonuses to population growth are insane and wonderful. So I'm actually really happy I had the socialist pops to do that. Socialism is really popular with a lot of people, especially in Europe, in this game. Not so much in the US, which is historically accurate. That's why we have no major socialist party today. Interventionism. It does get a little annoying because they oftentimes win elections. They're not too big right now, but they will be. The Ottomans have fallen out of great power status, and hence can now ally with me. I do actually technically have 2 great power allies in both Austria and Italy, which is just a little bug sort of thing that happens when you're allied with a non-great power and then they become a great power. But the AI usually resolves it by breaking an alliance. So hopefully it's Austria that breaks with me and not Italy. I could manually break my alliance with Italy. I mean, it's Italy that breaks with me and not Austria. I want to keep Austria as an ally is what I'm trying to say. Perhaps I should manually dissolve my alliance with Italy. Oh, but they like me so much and Austria doesn't like me as much. Plus, Austria is probably going to get into a conflict with the North German Federation, but then I have to anyway. And I can probably win, so then I could take some nice land. It's all about taking land, you know? Land. Land is everything. Speaking of land, I do want Sardinia. Or Piedmont. I want Piedmont. And half of Switzerland. Yeah, that would look nice. Well, anyway, I'll ally the Ottomans, see what the AI does. About my alliances. Right now, they just both seem to be holding. So if that happens, you know, that's best case scenario. All good with me. Why do you guys even want Egypt now? Free trade. But like, I've built the Suez Canal. Egypt is fairly useless at this point. Ah, I got ironclads too. Conservatives win, which is great. I doubt it will stay that way for very long. Socialists are probably going to grow quickly. Yeah, watch out. That's insane levels of growth. It's usually vastly slower than that. Yeah, they're just bleeding my conservative party. They're bleeding every party. What do you guys want? You all want social reforms. Too bad you're not getting them. You'll get the school system after I finish healthcare. I always forget what the other beneficial social reform is. Is it? I think it's pensions. For some reason. Maybe it's subsidies. Darn it, I forget. I'm not afraid of rebels, and if they rise up in large enough numbers to topple my government, then I get to play as a fun revolutionary government. I'm perfectly fine with that. Plus, you get to check out the neat colors in this mod more. This game just gets so much more exciting once communists are unlocked, fascists are unlocked, you start getting revolutionary nations, and then you get into like great wars, and it's epic and awesome. Right now, it's slightly dull, but it's still fairly good. I am actually coming up on my time limit for today, though. So, as our industry grows ever nearer to the North German Federations, we grow ever more securely in first place. I will end this video here. Thank you very much for watching, and please come back next time for some more Victoria II Franciness. Yeah, that didn't sound good. Victoria II Francing. Victoria II is France. There we go. Alright. Bye.